results.
When John Mateer and Ben Arbuckle are talking about you and they're saying you're reliable, you're consistent, just how much do you value that, especially when you guys are installing a new offense this season and kind of need a veteran presence there?
We got the best quarterback in the nation, so I got to be there for him. I got to step up my game, to be on his level. So that's just what I think every single day. And going into practice, whenever we're on the bus ride to practice, I just think I got to be consistent, got to be there for John, because the best quarterback in the nation.
What do you attribute that to, just that ability to be consistent or that mindset to be consistent? Have you always had that? Has that been more of a focus the last few months?
People have told me that, that's one of the things I need to work on. You can't just and Coach Venables, he preaches that every day. You can't just be up and down. You got to be right here. You got to be flat line. You got to be consistent. So, I've been trying to take that to heart and, build my game off of that.
What have you seen from Elijah Thomas so far?
Freak athlete. He's has one of the highest numbers in vertical. He's one of the strongest people on the team, one of the fastest people on the team. He's a really good player and he's a really good guy.
And John has, of course, seen good energy from you, consistent. How have you also poured into the other wide receivers and been a leader for them?
Kind of like I said, I've just been trying to make plays, so people can feed off me. I'm one of the oldest guys in the room, and so I remember whenever I was a young guy, I saw somebody make a play. That made me want to step up my game and, go out there and make a play.
And then another guy who's been a leader, Countess Lewis. He led practice this morning, started it. What have you seen from him, and how confident are you in him and how he's going to translate to the SEC?
He's a dog, so y'all are going to see what I've already seen. So great hands, just really good technique and everything, really good route runner. But that's my guy. He's, like I said, everybody's going to see what he can do pretty soon.
How has Jermichael Carter kind of settled in? That's summer arrival and getting his feet moving.
He was the last receiver we got, so he did a really good job learning the offense. We have a lot of plays and stuff, but he did a really good job. And me knowing all the plays, I played inside, outside here, so I've been trying to just over communicate. Just even whenever he's in or when somebody else is in, just even if they know the play, just communicate. Because it could never hurt.
Between Elijah, Keontae, when Giovanni gets back, what's their size going to add to your whole mix as a room?
I really like this room because I feel like everybody brings different qualities. We got JV, who's big, but he's also fast. ET, he's big and fast. Jermichael, he's fast. Like, everybody got different qualities, but, I'm excited to put it all together.
Was there anything you did this summer to kind of build on your rapport with John Mateer?
I've just been trying to, watch film with him as much as I can, talk to him as much as I can, just be there, just go over plays and stuff, and just stuff like that would make me kind of uncomfortable, but, being comfortable doing that stuff.
You mentioned kind of being uncomfortable. Like, just what is that process of finding comfort and being uncomfortable, or just that growth process overall with John?
Just going out of my way saying, John, you want to go over some plays like that we're going to do tomorrow? That's something I wouldn't usually do in the past, but, I want to get out of my comfort zone and, I want to be my best version of myself whenever come game time.